You're watching OTT. Welcome to Counterfeit Coasters.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yo, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Lee, and today we're going to be taking a look at some absolutely shocking examples of some counterfeit coasters from our good friends over in
China.
So let's get into it. And kicking things off, it's this absolute stinker over at Great Zing Dong Tourist World, sus, and it's got a belter of a name, Vertical Roller Coaster. Jeez. This abomination has been operating since 2018 and stands at a height of 196 feet with a drop of 161 feet. Frightening. You'll be hitting speeds whilst having your head shaken off of 63.4 miles per hour, and the manufacturer, well, this is where the story gets a little interesting, is actually labelled Jinma Rides, but we all know it's Golden Horse. Ooh, you sneaky little pony. The ride is featured on Jinma or Golden Horse's website, and in the ride description clearly states the larger the more fun out of it, which my missus completely agrees with, and I think you'll all agree this is a shameless knockoff of our beloved B&M dive machine. Worryingly, the track goes from a knockoff B&M track to a sort of knockoff Vekoma track, and then back to B&M again to finish as a knockoff Vekoma. This ride reminds me of buying a Gucci jumper from your local market that also has Versace on the back. What a shocker. So next up, we're heading over to Floraland over in Wenjing, Chengdu. Now imagine this, you're heading into the park on your vacation in China, and you see what you think is a Vekoma SLC, which I know we're all thinking is bad enough. No, it's a knockoff. This has to be your least favourite ride's least favourite ride. Knocking off a Vekoma SLC is kinda like knocking off a pair of Sondico footy boots. They're already bad enough. God can only imagine what ungodly things this ride does to your body as you traverse the layout, hitting speeds of 46.6 miles per hour and a terrifying 4 inversions. The ride will last a duration of 2 minutes and 40 of absolute hell, but I'm sure that feels like a lifetime, and you're going to have to endure 2,585 feet of agonising track. The ride appears to be a Frankenstein-style mashup of Infusion over at Blackpool Pleasure Beach and Kumali over at Flamingo Land. A truly terrifying prospect. The ride's created by Beijing Jihura, I'm not even gonna bother, Amusement Rides Manufacturing Co. Limited, which I think you'll all agree has a bit of a nice ring to it. This ride's been in operation since 2010 and hopefully is nearing the end of its service life. So next up, we're launching over to Quancheng Europark, and we're going to be taking a look at the Motor Coaster. This shameless knockoff of a Vekoma booster bike is basically a carbon copy of Velocity over at Flamingo Land. The manufacturer of the ride is Beijing Jihua Amusement Rides Manufacturing Co. Limited, another very snappy name may I add, and does exactly what it says on the tin, motor and coasters. Now there seems to be a little running theme here where these Chinese companies like to rip off pretty average rides, and let me tell you, I'm here for it. So last but not least, I've saved an absolute cracker for you, and this is one of the most terrifying things I've ever seen in my life. It's a Chinese knockoff tilt coaster. So join me in a little peruse over at Sizhou Amusement Land Forest World. These names are just getting better and better, and this roller coaster is called the Broken Rail Roller Coaster, and the model is Broken Rail Coaster. I think we all need to appreciate the originality of these coaster names. This one's made by our old friends Golden Horse, Jinma Rides, and has been in operation since 2020. Once again, Vekoma has been absolutely done here, as they've made a terrible version of a Vekoma tilt coaster. I think you'll all agree this is mess your trousers stuff when this ride begins to tilt and the layout is begun, but judging from the POV, it's a little bit of a shaky ride, and I think that's being kind. Now, this is one of the more elusive coasters on the list, and I've really struggled to get any kind of height and speed details for the ride. What are you hiding, Golden Horse? But I do know that it's got 5 terrifying inversions which is enough to ruin your perfectly good pair of Calvin Kleins. And it's safe to say this isn't going to be entering anybody's top 10 list anytime soon. So that's going to wrap it up for today. Thank you so much for watching Counterfeit Coasters here on the OTT channel. What rides would you like to see featured in the next Counterfeit Coasters? Have you ridden a shameless knockoff of one of our beloved rides? Let us know in the comments below. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. My name's Lee. See you in a bit.